Yesterday, over 50 organisations in this sector published a statement on funding. It was about highlighting the loss of value of funding in recent years and calling for a funding boost and adequate indexation. Our question to all of you is, what will you do to ensure that the community services sector is adequately funded and that the indexation formula covers cost increases? Tammy, we're going to start with you. Oh, the only one without a microphone.
Well, also somebody who came from the community sector, not just the Mental Health Coalition, but also the YWCA. This is an issue near and dear to my heart. I was wearing that little green ribbon, fighting for portable long service leave probably 15 years ago, and it's great that we finally got it, but it's not funded. And we have the continued short-term contracts expecting the community sector to do what the public sector used to do for less money, on less certainty, with less secure conditions. That cannot go on. It's a false economy. And the one thing that I've done just recently to stop, for example, labour hire being used in the public sector, which also impacts on this because it's paying those lower wages for the same work, is make the government report on it. I certainly will continue to champion and fight for these issues and for security, stability, and a secure and attractive community sector to do the jobs that we need doing.
Thank you very much, Tammy. Melanie?
The Greens absolutely support more funding for the services sector. We believe that the services sector is on the front line and we want to make sure that they're able to deliver those services that are so desperately needed in our community. I think it's really shocking that South Australia has the second lowest indexation in the country, and I think we need to make sure that we're rectifying that, so we will absolutely support and make sure that that happens in the best way we can.
Thank you very much. Michelle?
Thank you. What I did when I received the email from Greg to let me know about this was I sent it straight to our Shadow Treasurer, so he's having a good look at what it all means. I can't sort of say magic wand, here you are, we're able to agree to this, but I certainly do know from working in this space for a long time that governments can't do what they do without the community sector, your essential services. And it's certainly something that I would fight for as a minister in a new Liberal government.
Thank you. Chris?
Yeah, I'll be quick because I took up too much time last time. I 100% agree. And Little Heroes has worked in that area for a long, long time. And I'll try not to refer back to that organisation, but we've witnessed it, experienced it, and we're fully supportive of it.
Thank you. Connie?
Well, this is a no-brainer. Can I just start by saying, of course, I'm not the government and I can't do anything about that, and my role in the upper house is not to be the government. It's really to ensure that if government proposes shitty policy, we fix it. And that is what the crossbench does. We know the role that this sector plays, and of course I am supportive of what has been proposed. And if I can give you an example perhaps of how we can otherwise skin a cat when we are in the upper house, Uniting Communities would know this. There's a health committee. There was a program that was about to be axed. We invited them to that health committee. I know everyone's listening to that health committee. Letter to the minister. Minister writes back, funding is saved. And they are the other sorts of things that we can do in Parliament when you're in the upper house. But overwhelmingly, I agree with what Tammy said. These are government responsibilities that have been outsourced to you for a fraction of the price, and you're expected to do that on a shoestring budget.
Any policy announcements, Kyam?
It is true. Whether you're a business, whether you're the government, a household, or an NGO, costs rise, and we have seen in a lot of areas costs escalate dramatically in recent years. I know my colleague Nat Cook, the Minister for Human Services, has been very, very vocal and is agitates around the cabinet table a lot about indexation. There is a review that is currently underway in relation to indexation, but before that review started, over the last couple of budgets, I think it's about $33 million of additional funding, not for new services, but for increased indexation, has been provided for by the government, but there is that review underway at the moment.